What's going on? Thank you guys for tuning in today. It's been a very, very eventful day in politics and just all around for America. Um, Former President Donald Trump was caught in the middle of an assassination attempt. The shooter was neutralized or killed. One other person was killed. Two other people were injured. But from what I've seen, it looked like he was grazed by shrapnel. So I mean, there it is a very, very serious situation because he could have been killed. It could have been way worse than what it was. And we, whether you like him or not, I don't think that anyone deserves that. Honestly, I don't. I don't. First of all, because that's horrendous. Second of all, because they would just made him a martyr. But one of the key things to look at right now is the map of how this actually was able to happen. Because if you think about a presidential rally, you think that they have everything blocked off. There is no way to get in. There is no way to bring harm to the president or to anyone in the vicinity. So let's see where they were.
Released a little bit more information on this. You see how close that building appears to be to the stage, just off to the side there. They say the gunman was off the property on top of that roof, maybe 200 or 300 feet away from the stage, and then fired up to 10 times with an AR-15 style rifle. The shooter was also killed by the Secret Service, but again, the identity and the motives have not been released.
So Butler County, Pennsylvania, they already know who the shooter was. They know who he is. So from what I've gathered so far, it was a warning minutes before that it was going to be a shooting. One or two people said they saw the shooter that was up there. I don't know how they would have saw it unless they were actually over there, because as you can see, this is off the property. And knowing that it's a presidential rally, I'm pretty sure they will have this sectioned off to where you can't just access it like that therefore no one will be put into danger. That's just how I see it. All right. What we got going on over here? FBI.
No, it's a matter of doing biometric confirmations. So there was no identification on the individual, as an example. We're looking at photographs right now, and we're trying to run his DNA and get biometric confirmation on it.
Would you be able to comment just what police found left behind? Like any possible devices? Did you find any extra guns? Just anything else you'd be willing to comment?
Not at this time. No, we're still in the process of an active investigation, so we'd like to reserve releasing any information like that until we have more facts.
Because the main question is it a solo or is it a group? Because if it's a group, that makes it even scarier. Now, there are going to be a lot of plays. There are going to be a lot of calls of people trying to say that it was from the left. There's going to be some kind of push to say it was from the right, and they're doing this to stage a coup. My whole point is there is no reason for it to be anything other than what it was. It was a person doing dumb shit, and they fucked around and found out. That's just it. The Secret Service are the Secret Service for a reason. They're fucking snipers for a reason. These aren't just individuals who they just found on the street and say, hey, want to come join the secret society? No. The Secret Service are a group of SEALs, ex-Marines, high-ranking snipers, high-ranking shooters, marksmen, individuals who actually put forth a lot of effort and training into protecting the people around them and the whole nation. In doing so, they've been trusted with the honor to protect the person who holds the executive seat for the American political party. Now, that's crazy, man. He fucked around and found out.
Is there any heightened threat level, credible threat level that you guys were aware of more so than what is typical for an event like this?
From the FBI's perspective, no. We did not have any specific threat information related to this event.
And that's what one of the witnesses said, that it was a...
We know that there is at least 2 casualties, including the gunman.
There was a threat previous to it happening.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Comment more about that and how it's taken care of so quickly?
For an event like this?
From the FBI's perspective, no. We did not have any specific threat information related to this event.
And he says from the FBI's perspective, so he's not counting it out that the local police department or the state or the county, whoever was governing and patrolling it. What in the world is going on there? Again, he said he's just saying from his perspective, from the FBI's perspective, not the perspective of those state sheriffs or city law enforcement officers. All right, here's one of the witnesses, and this is this is. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna click on that one. He don't look like he could be trusted. Not being funny, but he looks sketchy, brother.
An unprecedented investigation is now underway into how and why this shooting happened.
That's right. Investigators will be looking at everything from whether the shooter was part of a hate group or if some sort of chatter was missed. KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade is here now with that part of the story. Tom?
And Juan Rudabeh, there are so many questions, obviously, about how this suspect did what he did. Did he act alone, as we just were reporting and discussing? What motivated this person? Were signs missed? In an age of hate and vitriol in politics, this attack on former President Trump's life will be an exhaustive investigation. The lead up to the horrifying assassination attempt at President Trump's rally is and will be heavily scrutinized in an era of hate.
If you can revert back to this right here, this is where the stage. You see the stage. So okay, he was from here. Trump was hit from this side. So whatever he shot, whatever was in the way, it helped enough to where all he got was the superficial damage. Nothing major, no arteries clipped, nothing damaging to his person. But with 10 shots, to get off 10 shots with an AR style rifle at that range, something just seems weird, man. Like, how do you get off that many rounds without just being knocked at that moment? Like, if he would have been a better shooter and he would have hit all 10 shots, that'd have been fucked up. But because he was such a shitty shooter, he just fucked around and found out. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Hate and vitriol, monitoring potential threats is extremely complicated. Professor Brian Levin is the founder of the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism at Cal State San Bernardino.
There's so much chatter out there, and oftentimes there will be leakage. Someone will be talking violently about a particular candidate or a particular other type of target, and may also talk about weapon acquisition. But in many instances, particularly with loners, sometimes that type of chatter or precursor commentary is either not picked up or not said.
The investigation has barely begun into how this happened, but what is clear is that hate is on the rise.
We have seen this.
And that's the biggest problem. That's the main issue, because it's going to be one of the first things I thought was, the right did it. Right, that's why it wasn't a good job, because they made sure that he wasn't dead. They have to let off 10 rounds, but then it's but why one person died? So I mean, I'm not a Democrat nor Republican. I don't believe in either party. I don't believe in a two-party system, because in order to believe in one party and not the other, that means you only believe in half of America. That means you don't represent, that you don't actually represent America, because you only believe in whatever benefits you and not the reality of what America is. So when I first heard it, I thought it was a ploy. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so now. I just think so more so that it's. I don't believe that it was from a political party aspect of like left versus right or Democrat versus Republican. I think it's somebody who was pissed off. That's just it. I just think it was a person who was pissed off, like you were saying, a loner, someone who has no one to bounce the thoughts off of, So he sit in his room and just think all these things to himself, and without any filter or anyone to catch the shit. Or it just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying that this shit is crazy, and I hope, and what I know can happen, I hope it don't, because in a time where America is being looked at as a joke to the world. Yeah, we're a good military power, but if they came into if they had anything going on that where they, and I'm not gonna say who they is, where they had any belief or idea or concept that we were divided, then whatever invasive maneuvers they wanted to employ, they could. Simply put. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're gonna try to wrap this up. It's been a weird day, and I'm just glad no one died. I'm glad that the person who fucked around got a chance to find out. Condolences to the family of the person that we lost. I say we as a nation, because the person who did that did not act does not act abroad in any groups. They act solely. If you ask me, they had to be by themselves, because nobody taught them how to shoot. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. He was a loner, somebody who never hit the firearm before, and decided to pick one up. And he played a lot of video games, so he thought he can do it because he do it on the video games. They say he's about 20, so he's a young cat who had no friends. Guarantee it. Not her.